Next up, we have Eren's resolve to kill the female Titan. Motivation comes in various forms, but in Attack on Titan, motivation hits you when you spurt out blood, remember your mother's death, and echo your hatred for the Titans. So things have gone down badly. Annie's revealed to be the female Titan, and she doesn't laugh and shrug it off. She actually laughs and then transforms into a Titan before going on a killing spree. As for Eren, he's left there buried under rocks, and our screaming protagonist loses his motivation for the first time. That's when Mikasa comes and gives "the world is cruel" motivational speech. Eren rises, gritting his teeth, and boom, you've got one angry Titan coming your way. And let's admit he made a damn good entrance by literally punching Annie in the face. Coming up next is the first fight between Eren and Reiner. In Attack on Titan, friendships are the easiest to make and easiest to break, and that line will hit harder if you're a manga reader. So after the big reveals of Reiner and Bertolt, Eren once again uses his rage mode to pick a one-on-one duel with the armored Titan. So here we have a Titan shifter trained by the entire Malian military, plus having years of control over his Titan, versus a soldier who barely knew the abilities of his Titan. As expected, the first few moments don't go well, but an unlikely ally comes in the form of a flashback, and for the first time in his life, Eren uses his brain. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's a truly praiseworthy moment. With a combination of martial arts, Eren overpowers Reiner, and our armored Titan soon learns the lesson of underestimation. So, hats off to Eren for using his brain and making a massive leap in terms of character development. Number 6, we have the second fight between the female Titan and Eren. So continuing where I left off at number 9, we have Eren now running berserk inside the city while chasing the female Titan. It seems he's now arrived at the conclusion that Annie should be killed and there's no going back. Annie, on the other hand, still thinks actively, predicting the attack Titan's moves and attacking back, nearly killing Eren with 3 punches to the head. But here's where the magic happens. Remember how I said rage doesn't solve every problem? Well, it seems this time it does. The new Berserk Titan seems to take down Annie without any effort at all, and not in a pretty way. If you never knew about Attack on Titan and watched this scene for the first time, you'll almost think Annie's the innocent one here. Cheers to Eren for showing what his true rage mode can achieve, and let's ignore him for bragging about destroying the entire world, right? I mean, he only took down the female Titan because of his rage and got his ass kicked twice. How can this guy even think of destroying the world? Things changed a lot when the military realized they have a Titan on their side, but the hype soon died down when the so-called Titan punched his own face and fell down unconscious. Way to make a good first impression, Eren. All jokes and idealistic symbols aside, this was one of the moments Eren's Titan actually helped the military to keep a step forward in their fight against the Titans. With the Colossal Titan once again destroying the wall and the Titans swarming in, the military was on the verge of collapse. Sure, you've got Levi flying around killing a few Titans here and there, but even he can't stop an army of Titans at once. In other words, if Eren wasn't there, then humanity's war against Titans would have ended much sooner. Eren wasn't in his best form back then, but due to his actions, humanity secured their first victory against the Titans and peace was restored. Even though peace lasted only for a couple of days, it did matter a lot. Coming in next, we have Eren doing something without using his Titan form for the first time. That's him taking down the Colossal Titan. Okay, most of the credit here goes to Armin, but the one who gave the final blow matters as well. Bertolt seemed to be the silent introvert who always looked up to Reiner, but when the spotlight shines on him, he doesn't forget to nuke a city and almost burn one of the main characters alive. But Armin's actions actually played to Eren's advantage. Appearing from the back, Eren attacked the nape of the Titan and pulls the Titan shifter out. It was a great distraction, but a great distraction always comes with a much greater cost. This time, the cost was Armin, and even though it was a victory for Eren, it was a total loss for him as well. He gained a victory, but also learned a lesson, and this helped him keep another massive step in terms of maturity and character development. Next up, we have the second round of Eren and Reiner's fight during the Battle of Shiganshina. In the first 2 seasons, Eren might not have been the smartest guy around, but after the events of the Uprising arc, he relied more on his allies and also thought a lot before doing the punching. This difference was clearly visible during his second fight with Reiner. Although the first fight involved a lot of screams and curses, this time, Eren actually predicted his opponent's moves before using them against him. He also didn't use any bombastic dialogue and rage quotes during this round of the fight, and clearly, you can see the advantages of using one's brain during the fight. Reiner was soon overpowered, and the Armored Titan was no longer the strongest in the duel. Eren also relied on the power of his friends with the Thunder Spears rather than doing everything on his own. And the moral of the story is, if you use your head, life's gonna be much easier. Coming in at number 2 is Eren's transformation during Willy Tybur's declaration of war. We might have predicted that Eren would use his brain more in the upcoming arcs, but who in their wildest dreams thought Eren could achieve an IQ to combat like Yagami? If someone says you can't achieve tension by putting 2 people in a room and letting them talk, then they're clearly wrong. Eren establishes the setting for his transformation perfectly. He tells Falco to bring Reiner, threatens him with one bleeding hand to show the consequences of his transformation, and waits patiently until Tybur declares war so he can actually start counting the victims. Anyone who watched this scene wouldn't believe that this is the boy who tried to solve everything by screaming and punching. Eren's come a long way, and he's transformed from a boy filled with rage to a cold, calculating man. Needless to say, this was the scene where we realized Eren is no longer the hero of the story, but the monster the narrative created. He was done with pacifism and was moving forward with bellicism. I'll gladly place my bets and confirm that your reaction when Eren transformed was similar to the reaction of the crowd assembled. Number 1, the best moment of Eren Yeager so far, his fight with the Warhammer Titan. Well, words fail to explain this fight. Should I start with how Eren provoked the Titan to transform, or should I speak about the climax of the fight, or even how brutal the attack Titan looked after the massacre? If Eren used 60% of his brain during the second round with Reiner, then he clearly went above and beyond in his levels of IQ during his fight with the Warhammer. Even when his head was chopped off and his Titan was on the verge of collapse, Eren's expression was still cold and calculating, as if he was thinking of a way to take down the Titan rather than panicking and resorting to rage. Each of his moves were well thought out, and he was quick to figure out the mystery behind the Warhammer Titan. The Eren Yeager you see now is way more brutal and calculating than the one you saw 3 seasons ago, and this, ladies and gentlemen, is peak character development. The Eren Yeager you see here is the man who would become one of the greatest fictional characters of all time. So there goes 10 of the best Eren Yeager moments of all time. Of course, if you've caught up with the manga, you can probably think of several other additions to this list, but I needed to keep this one manga spoiler free. With that said, I hope you enjoyed the video, and don't forget to drop a like if you did. That's it for today, anime fans, and I'll see you in the next video.